Sabaody Archipelago. The dimensional gate cracked open like shattered glass. Naruto Uzumaki stepped through, 6 paths chakra radiating from his body in waves that bent light itself. Monkey D. Luffy stood 50 meters away, Gear 5th active, white hair floating against gravity. Neither spoke. The Straw Hat Pirates evacuated to the Thousand Sunny. Konoha Shinobi pulled back to a safe perimeter. This wasn't politics. This wasn't ideology. 2 gods met on neutral ground, and only one universe could claim dominance. The air pressure dropped. Haki and chakra collided in the space between them, creating visible distortions. Luffy's pupils dilated. His observation haki screamed danger, but the readings made no sense. The blond man in front of him registered as pure energy wrapped in flesh. Naruto's sensory abilities cataloged threats: rubber properties, impossible durability, reality warping combat style. His tactical brain ran simulations.
Standard jutsu wouldn't penetrate.
This required full power from the first exchange. The dimensional anchor holding both worlds together began to crack. Scientists on both sides detected the same anomaly. If these 2 forces clashed at maximum output, the resulting energy discharge would tear a permanent hole between realities. Evacuation orders went out across both archipelagos. Military satellites tracked the chakra signature from orbit. Marine headquarters locked down. The 5 Kage convened an emergency session, but neither combatant cared about politics. They felt it in their bones. This fight decided hierarchy. Let's freeze frame and analyze what we're looking at. Corner 1. Naruto Uzumaki, post-war, 6 paths sage mode. Chakra reserves that dwarf tailed beasts. Speed calculated at Mach 50+ in short bursts. Durability that tanked moon-splitting attacks. Arsenal includes truth-seeking orbs that erase matter on contact, shadow clone spam numbering in the thousands, Rasen Shuriken variants that operate on cellular destruction, and Kurama's full power as a walking nuclear reactor. Weakness. Chakra is vast, but finite. Prolonged battle against regenerating opponents drains reserves. Close quarters against unpredictable fighters creates openings. Corner 2. Monkey D. Luffy, Gear 5th activated, mythical Zoan Nika fruit awakened. Functionally immune to blunt force, reality manipulation that treats physics as a suggestion, regeneration that bounces back from internal organ damage in seconds.
Conqueror's haki, strong enough to knock out tens of thousands simultaneously. Combat speed in the hypersonic range with precognition layered on top. Arsenal includes Bajrang gun strikes that flatten islands, advanced armament haki that bypasses durability, and cartoon physics that let him run on air and reshape his environment. Weakness. Gear 5th has a time limit. Stamina drains rapidly. Cutting and piercing attacks still cause damage. Extreme temperatures can bypass rubber properties. The math is brutal. Naruto hits harder in raw output. Luffy survives longer through regeneration. Naruto fights smarter with tactical clones. Luffy fights weirder with reality warping. Both have fought planetary threats. Both have killed gods. This isn't a fight. It's a mutual assassination attempt between weapons of mass destruction. Naruto moved first. 1,000 shadow clones erupted across the battlefield in a golden flash. Each one carried enough chakra to level a city block. They swarmed from every angle, kunai drawn, Rasengan variants spinning in their palms. Luffy grinned. His body stretched, twisted, spiraled outward in impossible geometries. He grabbed the ground and turned it to rubber, bouncing the clones skyward. Then he inflated his fist to the size of a building and brought it down like a meteor. The impact vaporized 200 clones instantly. But Naruto was already airborne. 6 chakra arms extended from his back, each one holding a Rasen shuriken. He released them in a circular pattern. The spinning discs screamed through the air, each one generating a vortex that tore oxygen molecules apart. Luffy's observation haki lit up. He saw the future 2 seconds out, saw his own arm shredded at the cellular level. He twisted midair, turned his body into a rubber band, and launched himself sideways at speeds that created a sonic boom. 4 Rasen shuriken missed. 2 connected with the ground and detonated. The explosions carved spherical craters 50 meters deep. Stone turned to glass from the heat. Marines watching from ships 5 kilometers away felt the shockwave rattle their bones. Luffy landed on a building, turned it into rubber, and used it as a trampoline to rocket back toward Naruto. His fist compressed, then expanded, reality bending around it as Conqueror's haki turned the air black. Naruto caught the punch with a truth-seeking orb. The sphere nullified the haki on contact, but the kinetic force still drove him backward through 3 buildings. His chakra cloak flared. He tasted blood. Good. The opponent was legitimate. He summoned Kurama's full avatar. The tailed beast materialized around him, 9 tails whipping, each one carrying enough chakra to incinerate a village. The fox opened its mouth. A tailed beast bomb formed, compressing hydrogen and oxygen into a black and red sphere of annihilation. Luffy saw the future again, saw himself vaporized. He didn't dodge. He inflated his chest to the size of a stadium and inhaled. The tailed beast bomb fired. Luffy swallowed it. His stomach bulged, stretched, contained the explosion through pure rubber physics. Then he exhaled. The blast redirected skyward, punching a hole through the cloud layer and continuing into low orbit. Satellites detected the energy signature. Nuclear early warning systems went active. Admirals scrambled. Naruto's eyes narrowed. His opponent just ate a weapon designed to fight gods. Standard tactics were obsolete. He created 500 more clones. Each one formed a different jutsu. Fire release ignited the air. Lightning release ionized the atmosphere. Wind release created vacuum pockets. The clones worked in synchronized patterns, layering attacks to eliminate escape routes. Kurama fired chakra arms from every direction. Luffy adapted. He turned the entire battlefield into rubber. Buildings bounced, streets stretched, gravity suggestions became irrelevant. He ran on the side of a skyscraper, turned it into a springboard, and launched himself through the clone formation. His armament haki hardened into black diamond. He punched through 50 clones in a single spinning rotation. Each impact dispersed enough chakra to power a village for a year. But more clones replaced them instantly. The battle entered its second phase. Naruto realized brute force wouldn't work. Luffy's adaptability was too high. He switched tactics. The clones began using genjutsu, layering illusions to corrupt observation haki readings, false futures, phantom attacks. Luffy's precognition started feeding him bad data. He dodged attacks that never came and got hit by strikes from blind angles. A Rasen shuriken clipped his shoulder. Cellular damage spread. His arm went numb. Luffy's regeneration kicked in, but the damage was real. He stopped smiling. Gear 5th started to flicker. He had maybe 3 minutes before exhaustion forced a retreat. He needed to end this now. He grabbed the sky itself and pulled. The dimensional fabric tore. A rift opened between One Piece world physics and Naruto world physics. Reality started to bleed. Luffy used the chaos to mask his movements, attacking from angles that shouldn't exist in three-dimensional space. Naruto's sensory abilities went haywire. Chakra signatures appeared from impossible directions. He took a hit to the ribs, another to the spine.
Kurama's avatar cracked. He dropped the summon and went full Six Paths mode. His body moved on instinct, dodging attacks he couldn't sense, countering strikes from his peripheral vision. Truth-seeking orbs orbited his body in a defensive shell. Anything that touched them disintegrated. Luffy learned fast, started using the environment as weapons instead of direct contact. 3 minutes became 2. Luffy's stamina gauge hit red. His movement slowed by microseconds. Naruto saw the opening. He created a final clone and had it charge a tailed beast bomb while he engaged in close quarters. The clone stayed hidden, building power. Naruto fought with taijutsu alone, baiting Luffy into overcommitment. They traded blows at speeds that turned the air into plasma. Fists met, bones fractured. Both fighters bled. 1 minute left. Luffy threw everything into a final Bajrang gun. His fist expanded to the size of a small island, reality warping around it. Conqueror's haki concentrated into a spear tip. Naruto's clone released the tailed beast bomb at point-blank range. The two attacks met in mid-air. The resulting explosion registered on seismographs across both worlds. A mushroom cloud rose 10 kilometers high. The shockwave flattened everything within a 2-kilometer radius. When the smoke cleared, both fighters were down. Luffy reverted to base form, unconscious but breathing. Naruto knelt on one knee, chakra reserves at 20%, bleeding from multiple wounds. Kurama's voice echoed in his mind. "We need to leave. Now." The dimensional gate was collapsing. Naruto stood, looked at the unconscious pirate, and nodded once. Respect earned. He vanished through the portal. The gate sealed. Both worlds stabilized. Marine medical teams rushed Luffy to emergency care. Konoha Shinobi recovered Naruto via reverse summoning. Neither side claimed victory. Both sides filed the incident as a draw. But historians noted something crucial. For the first time in recorded history, two separate fictional universes confirmed each other's existence through direct combat. The implications were staggering. Let's return to the studio and analyze the facts. Casualties. 0 confirmed deaths, but 17 Marines suffered ruptured eardrums from the sonic booms. 8 Konoha Shinobi took chakra burns from proximity to the tailed beast avatar. Economic cost. Sabaody Archipelago sustained 4 billion berries in property damage. Naruto's chakra expenditure equaled 6 months of accumulated reserves. Luffy's stamina drain kept him bedridden for 3 days. Key factor. Neither fighter could maintain maximum output long enough to overcome the other's defenses. Naruto's versatility met its match in Luffy's adaptability. Luffy's endurance couldn't outlast Naruto's tactical intelligence. The long-term consequences reshaped both worlds. Konoha scientists began studying dimensional travel seriously. The world government created a new department to monitor interdimensional threats. Both sides established protocols for future encounters, and somewhere in the space between universes, other anomalies stirred. Other timelines felt the ripple. Other gods took notice. Our experiment is complete, but the anomaly is pulsing again. It is time to choose the next battlefield. Option A. What if Gojo Satoru fought Itachi Uchiha using Infinite Void versus Tsukuyomi at full power? Option B. What if Sukuna entered the Naruto world and challenged Madara Uchiha in a god-level battle? Vote with letter A or B in the comments. Like and subscribe to keep the timeline from collapsing. The fate of these worlds is in your hands.